That cursed wall crawler has been found all over the land with all these products that you see right here. He's all over the boxes. I, J. Jonah Jameson, is gonna find Spider-Man. I want pictures. More. We've got ourselves a bundle of Spider-Man. We've got ourselves a scene box of Spider-Man. The pre-release of Spider-Man. We've even got play boosters and collector boxes. So here's what we're going to do today, folks. We are going to go ahead and crack a little bit of this product. I'm going to give away some packs. I see the comments that you guys are writing right now between our Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Discord, and all the rest. Feel free to share, like, and subscribe to the stream, as we're going to give away some packs tonight. We're going to have a pre-release tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. So check us out as we find our wall crawler here at the Basement of Collectors. Let me go ahead and share a little bit of this with our friends, and I'll be back with just a moment. All right, my wall crawling friends. It is I, J. Jonah, and I am back to find the wall crawler here in the Spider-Man sealed product. Let's go ahead and have a little fun today. What we're going to do is we're going to crack through a couple of these items. Don't forget, here at the Basement at Collectors in 2705 Hempstead Boulevard in Levittown, Long Island. We've got all of this product available for you today. And I'm not going to lie, I'm going to lose my voice if I keep talking like this. So let me get back to... Let me get back to Kevin for just a minute. I even had a fake cigar I was going to do. We'll do this more on the stream tonight. But it is Spider-Man night tonight. We are going to be doing a live stream from the Late Night Commander game. We'll also be doing a very large pre-release. We're going to have a lot of fun. Appreciate that, LJ. So we've got ourselves, of course, the new sensational Spider-Man. We've got the scene boxes right here, and the scene boxes come with the cards you see right here, a display for them, as well as 3 boosters that you see. And then we've got the pre-release tonight. That's what a lot of you already signed up for, and you'll be getting that. I apologize. Let me know if you can hear us, because I'm hearing that there might be some feedback issues. I'm going to try to get that resolved right now. Just a hot second. Hold on. All right, let me know if that helped for those listening in the home game. Yeah, I apologize. We're getting picked up by like 4 or 5 different mics. I'm still working out the mic issues. There's a whole lot of transition. This is actually a new webcam, so I'm starting with that first. So we have at least slightly better quality for you guys as we go through this. And look forward to a lot more fun stuff coming as we evolve this brand and get some more streams going. Okay, so as I was saying before, we've got, of course, the Spider-Man collector box, or play booster boxes right here. We have, of course, the collector boxes, and I mentioned there is an ad or a promo. We're normally selling these at $700, but if you're one of our regular Discord members, or you happen to be one of the guys watching right now, just mention the sale today, and we'll get you at the register for only $650. Pretty damn good price on these particular collector boxes when you can still pull an Infinity Gauntlet stone for $2,000 plus. So there's some really good value in these collector boxes. We're going to open one for you guys. We're going to give some stuff away too. So make sure you stick around in the stream. Yeah, I apologize about that. I'll try to get it better. As far as the sounds go, I think I have 5 mics and they're all recording me at the same time. And rather than turn one of them off, just let them all rock, I apologize. But I think I got this part figured out. Regardless, so yeah, let's get into it. And then they've got the pre-release tonight and the costume party. I've already seen a bunch of the costumes, including a Spider-Gwen and some others. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I think we've got a really fun crowd coming out tonight. Very similar to the people who come out for Lorcana, who do all the Lorcana-based stuff that we enjoy. All right, let me just get this adjusted ever so slightly. And yeah. 'Tis the season. So what I'm going to do is I'll occasionally throw out some spider-based knowledge from when I was reading, which was back in the late 90s, so good luck. And in the early 90s, too. And I will, are you selling packs as well? Yeah, we've got collector packs, we've got regular set or play booster packs. We've got deals if you buy 2 or 3. Yeah, come on by. We're open right now. I've got people at the register. We're live streaming. We're having some fun. Don't forget, of course, tonight's pre-release. Next Sunday is our competitive EDH event. We'll still be doing Commander tonight. Just going to be moving it back a little bit so people can also play in the pre-release, which you want to be here about 6:30 because we will start sharp at 7, giving you those boxes so you can begin. All right. And let's go ahead and get this going. All right, here we go. Like I said, if you stick around in the live stream, and I should be seeing our YouTube members. If there's any Facebook guys that are watching, go ahead and just comment if you can, because I'm only seeing right now the YouTube comments. So it should be aggregating all of them. But if anybody on Facebook is watching right now, go ahead and just say, hi, I'm watching on Facebook, so I know that that's working as well. Because what we'll be doing is I'll be giving away some Play Booster packs. I'll be giving away a few cards, and we're going to have some fun. And I'll basically do it like a little bit of trivia. So if you got some Spider-Man knowledge, now's a good time. All right, here we go. So let's crack a Spider-Man Play Booster pack first. The big hits in this, of course, we opened one yesterday. It was one of those Venoms. The Venoms are going like $250 to $300. There's some real bangers out there. If people don't mind also acting as TCG for me, if we find some hits and letting me know, I'll go ahead and get those sleeved up. And we are doing a rip and stay program. So all the products that you happen to see here are actually available for sale. So as soon as I'm done with this stream, all the cards will be going right to the front register. As a reminder, Spider-Man does not come with a dedicated Commander product. So if there's legendaries, if there's cards you want from this set, the only way to get them is by essentially either cracking packs or by having someone like myself go ahead and sell them out of the store. So that's how we're doing today. I hope you all have some fun with us. And with that being said, let's get going. So we'll go through pretty quickly on this. I believe with play boosters, let me get in the camera frame. I believe with the play boosters, the rares are at the front. So we'll just go through the token. I'll try to get you guys a good visibility as soon as this focus begins. Come on, new iPhone, show me focus. There we go. And away we go. All right, so do we like the new lands, out of curiosity? Are you enjoying the crazy webbing on those? I think they're a lot of fun. We have a Steel Wrecking Ball. Okay, so this is definitely a chase. I believe this is going to be the foil slot for the play boosters. And Maximum Carnage. Now, some of these, I haven't gone through all these cards, so I'm going to go through them with you real quickly when they're new, and then we'll burn through them as we see repeats. This is going to be a saga until your next turn. Each creature attacks each combat if able, and attacks a player other than you if able. All right. Add 3, and then the saga deals 5 damage to each opponent. So pretty nice for a damage style deck. Morbius Living Vampire, a lot of fun. I've seen that one. Spider Slayer, we have a new artifact legendary creature. Not the best, but he is there. Craven, wow, this pack had 3 legendary creatures. Say you want to support Commander without saying it. Hey, Volane, how you doing? Welcome, everybody. The land is kind of cool. Bagel and Schmear, Jesus. All right, so yes, this is highly memeable right here. This is basically, they brought in actual New York City treats into the game of Magic the Gathering. So if you're Gandalf, you can ride a Transformers on your way to go beat the Walking Dead zombies with whatever the bat was from that, while also meeting some My Little Ponies and having a bagel and schmear next to some Fallout radiation. Magic. What a day. All right. Then we've got some risky research, and that was pack 1. So a bunch of legendary commanders right there. Are there commons, uncommons y'all are looking for at this time? Let me know in the chat if you will. Like I said, if I see people that are really active in the chat and they're helping us out, that might be a free pack your way. I'm not going to open all of the play booster packs. I'm going to save aside a handful of them. As I get going, I might just go ahead and say, hey, this one is available for pickup for you, that kind of thing. All right. So I might also just do some trivia. So we'll play a little game with you. So get your Spider-Man facts and figures ready. Spider Islanders, Sandman, Wisecrack. Terrific team up. All right, here's what we'll do. Let's get this party started right away with the first pack giveaway. So here is the question for pack number 1. Are you all paying attention? Pack number 1. I need to see, and this will be done. Basically, I have a stream here. I'm going to show you guys what I'm seeing, so you guys see what you're seeing, what I'm seeing, and we're all seeing together. And did I lose my webcam? Oh shit. Am I still live? I am still live. I think I just DC'd my webcam though. Did we? Oh, that's a terrible freeze frame. Come back to me, webcam. Ah, shit. All right, I was going to show you what I was seeing, and thank God this new webcam is really doing the Lord's work right now. Can I get the webcam back? Give me 30 seconds, folks. I'm going to go ahead and readjust that. I'll be right back. Oh, so great. So great. Okay, are we back? Hey, you got to give it up to old J. Jonah Jameson for being able to do that live on the camera while everybody's watching. And we have about 20 people watching between all of our Discords and Facebooks and whatnot. So I apologize. Okay, we're back. So what I wanted to do for this pack right here, and you're just going to have to trust me, because I wanted to show you the stream and all the comments and basically how they're being layered. It's basically all YouTube comments from what I'm seeing. So according to my stream right there, the first person to correctly answer will get this play booster pack. Okay, and here is the question. So for pack number 1, you guys can all hear me, right? Just go ahead and somebody say hi real quick, and then we'll make sure we're still running. Okay, question number 1. The original Spider-Man, of course, was Peter Parker. but during the mid 90s, there was a Clone Saga. This one's kind of a throw in because, like, this character happens to also be a card. What is the name Clone took upon himself? That's question one. Okay. So, what name did he go by? And what I'm looking for is not his human name, because we went by Ben Riley. I'll help you out with that. He took his Uncle Ben's name. What was he known, his character? So the clone of Spider-Man put on a spider costume. Write it in the chat. The first one to write it will get a pack on me. What was that superhero's name? I believe he also has a card, and I think it has both names on it. So just write, and doesn't matter if it's spelled correctly, as long as we get what you're trying to say. I will give you a pack if you're the first person to show up right there. The name of Ben Riley as a superhero initially was known as what? It was not Spider-Man. It was something else. Couch Flyer right there, Scarlet Spider. Well, Scarlet Spider, but it is the Ben Riley's Scarlet Spider. Couch Flyer, if you could just message what the first name you want to go by, or I'll just put you down as Couch Flyer. I'm going to put you down as Couch Flyer. So over at the register, I assume you are local. You can come on by because we're not mailing these out. Sorry about that, but we are an actual destination spot. So come on by Levittown, Long Island if you're already in the pre-release, and come on by and get yourself this Play Booster pack. So I'm going to put down Couch Flyer from the YouTube. We'll get a Play Booster pack for correctly identifying that one. Congratulations to you. This will be here all weekend, so just let us know if you're available to come pick that up. If not, reach out to me on the Discord, and I'll be happy to help you out, okay? Congratulations to you, Couch Flyer. So that's how we do. We're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to crack some packs. This is Phil G. Phil, how you doing, brother? All right, let's get through the next round. What cool cards are we looking for from Spider-Man? Are we looking for, of course, the Soul Stone? Yes, of course we're looking for the Soul Stone. Are we looking for any legendaries? I'll let you know. I've been looking and eyeballing that new legendary Mr. Negative. That's wild. If you're doing a life gain, life matters deck in black and white at Orzhov, and you get to the card will probably run across it. You swap life totals with another player, and if the life total you now have is less than your current life total, you gain cards. So, for example, if I'm at 40 and my opponent's at 20 and we swap life totals, and I go down to 20, he goes to 40, I would get to draw 20 cards. Can you see how insane that would be in Orzhov? On top of which, Flicker exists, and you could just flicker your commander, he comes back, and you swap again. You don't gain the life draw, but then again, you know what I mean? For basically casting your commander and flickering him, you drew 20 cards. That's friggin' insane. Insane. All right. Hey, Spectacular Spider-Man. This is one of the chase cards. I don't know if this variant is, though, or if this is just your base variant. I believe the sexier ones are in foil, but this is essentially a heroic intervention on a white commander. I'm going to read it to you real quickly. This is Flash. For one, Spectacular Spider-Man gains flying till turn. For one, you can sack him. Creatures you control gain hexproof and indestructible to end a turn. That is an awesome pull. And that one is probably either going to go in my collection or we'll put it into the shop collection. But I think it's worth a few dollars. If anybody has the current TCG value on that, I'd like to see that. That is a nice pull right there. And of course, for those that haven't been playing along, this is one of the variants where there's like one that has a Fantastic Four shirt on and a bag on the head. There's a bunch of different variants, and those ones I know are worth a bit more money. But I am curious if the non-foil art has any value, like in the $10, $20 range. If anybody has TCG up and could look that up, let me know. All right, moving on. We have Rhino. We've got Silver Sable. So as far as this set goes, I think it's a lot of fun, especially for newer players. And I think that's something we're not really factoring in. A lot of the players who got into Final Fantasy, many of them were not originally Magic players. Many of them got in because of Final Fantasy, and they followed that product line. So could that happen again with Spider-Man? You bet. Absolutely. There are a lot of people who've been reading Spider-Man. There have been a lot of people who watch the movies and play the video games, went to the theme parks, and they love all things Spider-Man. It's one of the largest IPs on the planet. And now they've found a game they can play with cards, even if they're not relevant to current Commander players or C players or even the standard players. The new people that'll come in and want to play this, I think is going to be very large. I think this is going to be a set that people are going to enjoy for a while. and we have to, as players, maybe look at it from that lens point, not necessarily as enfranchised Magic players that are seeing all these IPs come into our game. Holy shit! Right there. The Soul Stone, ladies and gentlemen. That is the one. So I don't believe this is a $2,000 variant. I don't know what the variant is that's non-foil, but that right off the rip is 2 play booster packs and some pretty damn good pulls. I do believe this is the most expensive non-foil card you can pull. I'll tell you what, the first person who lets me know the current pricing for TCG Spectacular Spider-Man and this version of Soulstone, put that in the chat, both numbers, assuming they're accurate, you will get yourself a free play booster pack, which could have these as well. So go ahead and put that into our chat so we know the TCG mid value of Spectacular Spider-Man and the TCG mid value of the original Soulstone. Yeah, that is a regular plaque. If anybody would like to go ahead and put those 2 prices in there, assuming they are legit, I will go ahead and throw them an additional pack right here, right now, right off the top of this God tier box. Spidey is $3.44 or $344. I'm going to guess you're saying $3.44. Okay, so we'll put him to the side. But I know our Soulstone has some value right there. So what is the Soulstone value, if you wouldn't mind looking that up for me, Volane, and then I'll have a pack coming your way if you can get me that price real quick, like. $51 for the Soulstone? I don't mind that at all. That is a beaut. Thank you, Volane. Volane, you have a pack here with your name on it. Come on by if you've never been to the Collector's Emporium, 2705 Hempstead Turnpike in Levittown, Long Island. This pack will be at the register for you tonight, tomorrow, through the weekend. But hopefully come on by for the pre-release because we're going to be having a lot of fun here tonight. Volane, if you wouldn't mind throwing me your name either in the Discord or wherever so I just know who it is we're talking to. But that is a nice pull. Yeah, very nice pull. Excellent. Thank you very much, everybody. So we've got ourselves a Soulstone out of that pack. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, now I'm excited, right? These are pretty cool. So for those that have been following the this particular set, and I think they were expecting right from the rip. Okay, yo, it's me. I'll be there for a release. Hell yeah, I'll see you tonight. From the rip, I think a lot of people were expecting the same kind of what they got from Final Fantasy. I definitely was. Because if they built this set the way they built Final Fantasy, I believe this would blow Final Fantasy out of the water. Just because of the built-in audience that's there. However, they did half-ass it. This was supposed to be a mini set that they just decided, oh shit, let's add a bunch more stuff so that way it doesn't look like a mini set anymore. So you do see some repeats in the uncommon and rare level. However, they also made some of the chase mythics insanely difficult to get. For example, Spectacular Spider-Man is a very hard to find rare. Of course, the Soulstone is very, very hard rare to find. And there's quite a few of the mythics that are just very pushed. And then, of course, your alternate arts of things like Animate Dead and Reprieve and all that. I've seen them in the collector boxes. I haven't seen many, if any, in the play booster packs. So those are probably pretty rare as well. So let's get going on a few more of these packs. And then we'll move the stream on to, of course, the collector box that I know all of you are excited to see. Hey, Ultimate Green Goblin. By the way, we do have some buy a box promos here. I think we got about 20. So for those buying boxes, collector boxes, or play booster bundles, play boosters, we have a certain amount of them. They're the Spider Sense, I believe, where it's enchanted art or extended art blue card that basically stifles. So it counters a instant spell, sorcery spell, or triggered ability. So we have some of those available. Hey, cheerleader, good to see you. So nice pull. Oh, I hadn't seen that art. That is brutal. All right, so let's give away another pack. Here's some Spider-Man lore for you. From the comic series, not from the movie. The movie with Andrew Garfield changed it. So you got to go back to the late 80s, early 90s for the original comic series. We know Gwen Stacy was one of Spider-Man's additional gals, and she died. Okay? I would like to know, not the movie, according to the original comic book, how did Gwen Stacy die? It's similar but different. Go ahead and write it in there if you will. Write in the comments how Gwen Stacy died, and you will get yourself this free Play Booster pack with your name on it. Again, this is for pickup only, so if you are not local, we appreciate you watching. Hopefully you can come by sometime in the future, but this is going to be for local guests only. Write in the chat how Gwen Stacy died, and if you are correct, I will go ahead and give you a Play Booster pack. There actually is a Peter Porker card. It's a giveaway card. If you're playing tonight, I should have enough. I can give them out as well. So yes, there is a Peter Porker card for those asking. All right, we'll put that to the side. That will be the next question for everyone to fill that out. All right, so we are seeing some cool stuff. I mentioned one of the sets I'm going to be building. I think one of the decks I'm going to be building from this set. Not very Spider themed because Mr. Negative. I don't remember any Mr. Negative in Spider-Man. I know he was a villain. I can't remember if he was from the animated series. I don't remember exactly where Mr. Negative comes from. I just don't remember a lot about him. But his card is pretty insane. What? How do you guys like these cards that are essentially sound effects built into the card? And a Craven Hunter. All right. So realistically, out of this box, Soulstone's probably the most expensive non-foil variant you can find, other than if they have non-foil variants of the other costume changes, then you'd probably see some extra money out of those ones. But there's definitely quite a good bunch of hits in the $20, $30 range at pre-release pricing. All right, so I'm going to put this to the side. Again, if someone can tell me, snapped her neck. Yeah, I'll give that to you. So the history for those that don't know, they changed it in Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, where she hit the ground first, and then like the spider webs caught her. But yes, what initially happened, and they didn't even do it right here, is the spider webs hit her back, and when he pulled, it snapped her neck because of the G-force. It was pretty fucking brutal, and it was a real, like, it created a lot of trauma in Spider-Man's life because he tried to save somebody. Now, granted, gravity was going to kill her regardless, but he felt directly responsible for her death. In The Amazing Spider-Man with James Garofalo, gravity technically killed her. She bounced off the ground essentially, and then he brought her back. So like they changed it a little bit so they could probably get over it in the course of an hour movie. But in the comic books, it was a lot, because like this was like the original Death of Robin, where Joker killed Robin, and well, it was fan based where they all voted on him dying. Jason Todd initially was dead for like 30 years, but yeah, it was meant to be something that like really stuck with it, Peter Parker, along with Ben Reilly, his uncle, original's death. Am I going off too much here? Anyway, yes, Couch is it Couch Flyer? Yeah, Couch Flyer. You have 2 packs coming to you now. 2 packs to you. Congratulations to you, good sir. All right, so I'm going to keep some additional packs over here to the side, so I'm going to change it to 2. And we're going to open some collector packs now. And as I transition over there, I just want to remind everybody, so those are the hits so far, that we have everything available today. We've got Play Booster loose packs, we've got boxes, we've got collector loose packs, we've got boxes, we have a pre-release. We have a pre-release going on tonight you can still get event tickets for, and a costume party. We have the bundles. We have, of course, the scene boxes. We have everything Spider-based that you could want here at Spider-Man Alley, J. Jonah Jameson's home, here at the Basement of Collectors. So come on by. It's going to be a busy, fun, crazy night. We'll still be doing our collector, we'll still be doing our Commander playing for packs. Guess what? They're going to be Spider-Man packs. And we'll still be eating something gross on the late stream. For those that like watching that nonsense, stay tuned to your YouTube channels. Like, subscribe, all that nonsense, because basically the losers of the final game of the night have to eat something kind of gnarly. And I found this really weird jelly-looking thing, which I think is supposed to be candy, but it's not the right color anymore because it's way past the point of being expired. So Will's going to hate having to eat that when I slam dunk him later and go, "You are not winning." No, I'm probably going to have to eat it. All right, anyway, let's get through the collector packs. By the way, as a quick reminder, we have some of the promos going on over the near future. Yes, once again, for the next 2 weeks of Mondays here in September, I'm buying pizza on Mondays. Come on by. It's community night. Come play a game with new people, with old people. Bring in some of our 1,500 plus members off our Discord and play some new games. There's pickup games going on all night long Monday, and I buy the pizza for you. And it's not just some crappy pizza. I mean, it's Domino's, but I got all the fixins. I mean, it's a full pizza. It's some good stuff. And then, of course, we have a new league night starting up in a couple weeks where we're going to have league on Tuesdays and Thursdays for all of our different games, and I'll be explaining that later. And next Sunday, not this Sunday coming up, but Sunday the 28th, will be our big CDH event. And you can find the little flyer just flew up on the window there. You can find about all of that through our Discord for Debasement Games, which should be also a link in the YouTube link for this. All right, kids, let's do some collector packs. So we know God Tier is the Thanos variant of the Soul Stone, which I believe is currently selling for $2,000. There are non-serialized Soul Stones that just have this beautiful finish, and they're just a stone by itself. Yeah, I apologize, Ryan. I'm gonna work on that for the next stream, but I'm trying to do what I can do. I don't exactly know why the stream is so bad, but hopefully you're enjoying seeing what you can see. But the collector boxes is where you can really get some of the variants that are really fun. So let's go ahead and mix this up a little bit. We'll get through all these, and I'll be just randomly giving away some play booster packs, as we already gave Couch Flyer 2, and we voted 1, and you guys were able to pick those up tonight from the while we're hosting the pre-release. As a quick reminder for those who want to come down, of course, we're open right now. The pre-release will start filling around 6:30. We will start at a hard 7 p.m. You have 50 minutes to build your best 40-card deck, and then we'll play 3 rounds. For the Commander event players, we're going to push you guys to about 8:30, so that way if you want to play in a round or two of the pre-release, you can still get in for the Commander event that we do afterwards. All right, everybody, here we go. It should be some fun stuff, and I am looking forward to seeing everybody in their spider-based apparel. Is there a speaker on the background? There is a speaker on for the lo-fi sounds we have in the background. There's also about 20 players here, so it's just going to be a little bit louder. I do apologize for that, and I'll try to get that fixed for the next round. So these are the collector packs that you see right here. These ones have, of course, all your commons, uncommons in the front. And then once you hit the spider land, that's when things start switching up. So let's go through this first pack. And again, all this is part of our Rip and Stay program. So we will have all this available to purchase today from the store. All right, here we go. Now, my biggest disappointment is that they didn't put original art in here. And I don't mean like that the art isn't done by an artist. I'm saying I wanted a hand-drawn Todd McFarlane original 1-of-1. I wanted a Jack Kirby that they found in a vault somewhere, 1-of-1. You know, they do this kind of stuff for Marvel Universes, like Marvel Masterpieces and things like that, the Topps brands. Why didn't they do it for Magic? Huge miss in my eyes. If you put a 1-of-1 Jim Lee original art in there, this place, these boxes would be $2,000. It'd be insane. But missed the ball on that one. Hope they learn their lessons from that. All right, Sandman, a multiversal passage. That's the first time we've seen that one. Very cool. Hydro Man. I've heard good things about Hydro Man. And 9 Lives. This is one of the comic book art variants. I very much love that. I'm mixed on all the word, you know, because like the idea is you see all the art. So the wording, I don't know. Could they have gotten a little more creative with it? Probably, because I see this on a bunch of them, like Reanimate, Animate Dead, and all that kind of stuff. But the art is very special to me, as it's very much akin to the late 90s, early aughts, that kind of comic art that you saw all over the place. And Peter Parker's camera. I think people are sleeping on this. I think this is a better card than people realize. So just for those that know it, it's 1 mana. It costs 2 to activate. It comes in with 3 counters, okay? So it's like a wish spell. You for 2 mana, you remove a film counter from this artifact. You copy target activate or trigger ability you control, and you may choose new targets for the copy. So if you have an activation on a birthing pod, which a lot of creatures do that kind of effect, why not get a second? This is like a Rings of Brighthearth. It's pretty darn useful. I like it. So I'm going to put that to the side over here. All right, so that's collector pack 1 down. Hydro, yeah. Is that Hydro? Is that what anybody's building? What are the commanders people are kind of looking at? Maybe a fun build. As a quick reminder, I just want to get you guys aware of this. September is the sweaty season. It's the season of C, as in competitive. However, our next leagues, starting on Tuesday, I believe it's September 30th, so last day of the month, will be Pauper leagues. So these are, if you've never seen a Pauper commander deck, it's essentially 100 cards, 99 of which are common. And then the one uncommon is your commander, and it can be any creature. It doesn't have to be a legendary. So the possibilities are insane. But we will be doing 10 weeks of a Pauper League. I hope you guys check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun. And there's some really cool cards you can build out of this set as well. All right, we're going to move along a little quicker here for everybody playing the home game. And Doc Octopus. This is going to be your base variant right there. There's definitely a cooler variant of it I've seen. Craven the Hunter with a terrible movie. Spider-Verse. What is this? 5 mana. The legend rule doesn't apply to spiders you control. Whenever you cast a spider from anywhere other than your hand, you may copy it. If you do, you may choose a new target for the copy. If the copy is a permanent spell, it gains haste. Do this only each turn. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, so if you cast a legendary, if you cast your commander from the command zone, that doesn't count. And it, wow, there's some cool stuff there. Okay. Hey, an unexpected windfall. Face it, Tiger. You just hit the jackpot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is how the next player will get themselves. And Ashley, you know this answer. This is how you will earn yourself a play booster pack. Mary Jane is a character based on whose future wife? This one's real obvious if you know anything about comic books. This person was a big part of Spider-Man's history, wrote in his autobiography that his wife looked a lot like Mary Jane, and even delivered the famous catchphrase, "You just hit the jackpot." Who am I referring to was married to an identical clone of Miss Mary Jane Watson? Go ahead and write in the chat the answer. It's real obvious, but it's actually kind of cool when you realize it. And I think I have their autobiography and then Craven's Last Hunt. Their autobiography. It was Stan Lee. Ryan Appel, congratulations. Yes, Stan the Man Lee's wife looked a lot like Mary Jane Watson. He wrote about it in his autobiography that he also helped write and did some cartooning for. Apparently, that you did hit the jackpot if your wife looked anything like this. That's a great little bit of background knowledge for you. Ryan, congrats to you. You are getting a play booster pack. Congrats to you, and I know I'll be seeing you in no time at all. All right. Nicely done on that one. Okay, next up. Yes, Ashley did read the same story that I read. I think I've read it 2 or 3 times. I actually really like that. It's a graphic novel done by Stan Lee, kind of like all about his crazy adventures and whatnot. All right, I see something kind of snotty in the background. Let's go for some cool stuff here. All right, moving along. We have our first swamp. Iron Spider Stark upgrade. This is a new legendary artifact colorless creature for you guys that like that kind of deck. We have Spider-Woman Stunning Savior. Doc Octopus Master Planner. This is the different variant art, very comic style, comic theme. Reminds me, oddly enough, of Ikoria because they did a lot of comic coloring and even the borders, very much Ikoria based. And Thrill of Possibility. What the hell? That's a wild. So it's a whole multiverse with, I believe that's Miles Morales in the middle there. Very cool. I didn't read a lot of Miles comics. That was a part of an imprint. Oh gosh, what was the name of the imprint? That they did different Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, I believe, and that's where Miles Morales came from. I was kind of in a different phase of my life out of comics at that point. Hey, Spider-Man 2099. All right, yeah. How about a pack for a Spider-Man 2099? Let's see who wants this one. Name the first and last name of the human being who portrays Spider-Man 2099. I believe it's MM if it they are the 2 initials. But welcome to Confound Me for the Spider fans at home. Who is the character in the suit Spider-Man 2099? Who is that? And I will give you a play booster pack at the store. Come on by. We're giving away packs and having some fun. What was his name? The 2099 character is cool. I'm trying to remember the actor's, not the actor, the character's name, as in who played him. What is that? Everybody get to their Google. This is where the play booster pack. Thank you again for joining us, by the way, on the stream. Miguel O'Hara, Volane, 3 for 3, yes. Miguel O'Hara. And you know what? I know you didn't know that off the rip. You just Googled it, but you were right. It is Miguel O'Hara. So Volane now has 2 packs. So for those that are playing the home game, Volane has 2 packs. Couch Surfer has 2 packs, and Ryan has 1 pack coming their way. It pays to play and have a little fun with us here in the Basement Collectors. Very nice. Ty the geneticist. I don't know what that means. It was definitely Michael O'Hare. Chat is on fire. Totally nice. Yes, very nice. Well done. All right, we got a half dozen packs left to go. Let's find ourselves some sexy spice. Good luck, everybody. I'm not sure why I'm saying that, but these are cards you will be able to find here at the Basement Collectors. I'll be handing them over as soon as we're done cracking on the live stream. Rent is due. Okay, so this is a little bit controversial because a lot of people are complaining. I don't necessarily want to think about cards that remind me about real life. In my fantasy game. Understandable. That being said, I think that ship has sailed a while ago. We went in an in-universe set where they had the Mafia, Streets of Capenna. They had like other versions of Rent is Due or Loan is Out, or just you had race cars. I think this game has jumped the shark already. So I don't know. I hear you, but on the other hand, I didn't want them reprinting Magic 30. So, I think we are where we are right now. I hope you enjoy it, though. It is silly and fun. And for every Rent is Due, there's a bagel and schmear. And Gandalf will eat them both. Clone Saga, we know Ben O'Reilly was a big part of that. We have Silk Guard and the Scarlet Spider Ben O'Reilly, as previously mentioned. Now, I want you guys to know I was such a webhead Spider-Man guy. I read all the series. Because at the age of, let's say, 12, 11, somewhere around there, 13 even, I was like, there's no way that they've got 4 or 5 different books from amazing, spectacular Web of Spider-Man, just regular Spider-Man, and then they had like annuals and stuff like that. There's no way that this almost 2-year storyline that they're putting us through, where you have to buy all the books to follow it, where there's some confusing issue with the Jackal being involved in cloning Spider-Man. Basically, what they wanted to do around 1992, 93, 94, DC Comics went through this whole strange thing where they just we're going to scrap all the old characters. We're going to get brand new characters. So they tried to transition Batman by breaking his back, and then they had Azrael / Jean Paul. Yeah, I read a lot of comics back in the day. Become the new Batman. Wonder Woman was killed, and her mother took over. Princess Diana's mother took over. And then Green Lantern famously went crazy and tried to kill the entire universe to reset the world. Very Thanos of him. And they tried doing that with Spider-Man, with Peter Parker. They wanted to make one that wasn't married. They wanted to make one that didn't have all the tie-ups of Peter. They wanted one more relatable. So they basically were trying to give you Peter Parker light in Ben Reilly. And the fan whiplash was strong. People wrote many letters in Wizard Comics. They were pissed. And I stayed in through all of it. I read the entire gosh darn saga. And let me tell you, it's probably the only one, including the authors who did that. Not worth it. Can't get that time back. Granted, I was 12 and there wasn't much going on, but holy crap, what a shit show that was. And then eventually, I think they even tried to dream it away and be like, this was all a dream. It was bad. It was real bad. But now, with nostalgia and everything placed on it, it's a very entertaining storyline, and I'm sure they've done other stuff with him since then. But yeah, it was a slog. That's all I got for that one. Do you open a Peter Parker card? There's one worth like $200. Not yet. I know which ones you're talking about. There's a radioactive one that supposedly has like filaments of plutonium or uranium in it or some nonsense. They've done this kind of thing before back in the day in the 70s. Kiss, the band with the crazy face paint, whatnot. They once took a vial out of each of their blood and they put it into the ink. And so, in essence, the ink of the comic book had a little portion of original members of Kiss's blood in it, and it was like some gimmick to sell. Same idea with or the uranium or whatever. There's uranium dishes that they used to sell in the 1920s that still has the uranium in it, and you can find it with like a spectrometer or whatnot. Anyway, entertaining stuff nonetheless. Sorry, went off on a tangent there. I'm sure Ashley's loving that. All right, so we got ourselves some Web Warriors. We have ourselves a Green Forest. We have ourselves a Spider Sense. By the way, we do have extended art variants of this particular card. They're buy a boxes. So like I said, I think we have 15 or 20 of them. So if you buy a box, collector, or play booster tonight, just ask for them. If we have them still in stock, I'll happily give you them. But they'll likely sell out pretty quickly because it's a really good ability. Hydro-Man Fluid Felon. That's an extended art for you. Another Spider-Woman Stunning Savior. Terminate. Now this was a storyline that did not let down. This was before the Spider Saga, and this was Maximum Carnage. This was
right, like 2 comics before Maximum Carnage began was when I initially got into comic books. So Spider-Man was a big deal for me at this point. And I want to say, yeah, it was like 92 or so. And Maximum Carnage was an insane comic book. It had an even harder video game that tied in that I think I beat at one point. Really good. Really good. And I used to pronounce the character Venom because I just didn't know any better. Comics back in the day were not something you told people you read. You just did it very quietly. So if you mispronounced how it's spelled, you just rolled with it. But yeah, this very, very iconic scene in comic books, Carnage versus Spider-Man. And then Eddie Brock. Oh, and it's in foil. So I believe. Oh, it's not. Okay. So there are 2 Eddie Brock Venoms. This one I do not believe is the $200 variant, although someone could double check that one for me. So I know there is a $200 variant, but I believe it's the full character face, like from the comic book, the original Lethal Protector comic book. But I believe this is a variant of that. It's probably the alternate series. Probably still has a few dollars in the well that it's worth there. Very cool card. And we'll move that along over here. Okay, moving along. Sorry, I've been geeking out with you guys. Hopefully you're enjoying the Spider-Man lore. We're just having some fun, streaming a little bit of collecting boxes and packs and getting prepped for what is going to be a very large pre-release. We have roughly 60 people signed up for tonight. And most of them are paid for. So, yeah, that means we're going to have a very busy night on top of the Commander event that we do and some pickup games. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'd get here early. Let's rock and roll. Here we go. Don't forget it's costume contest, so bring your best Spider-Man apparel. Aunt May had a card. Aunt May had a card. Respect to Aunt May right there. Oh, gosh, do I want to do... No, because that's one more day. They tried killing Aunt May off a few times, just so you know. There was like an episode 400 where they had her die, and then she was brought back by Mephisto. There's a whole bunch of nonsense. I wanted to ask a question about it, but my memory may not be that good. Multi-Man, Green Goblin. All right, here we go. Ultimate Green Goblin from the Ultimate Universe. Arana, Heart of the Spider. Multiversal Passage. Oh, that's a spicy-looking Infernal Grasp. Oh, that looks really cool. That is, again, I believe Todd McFarlane art, if memory serves. Or at least inspired by, because that is... Oh, is that Eric Larson? It is. Oh, Eric Larson. Okay. Oh, here's a deep cut. Okay, I got one. Okay. You guys are going to Google this. Nobody's going to know this one. For a Spider Pack, Eric Larson, famous artist. He and Todd McFarlane and Jim Lee went to go form what imprint or what micro universe. By the way, Eric Larson, just so you know what a nerd I am, was the founder of Savage Dragon in the 90s. So roughly 7 artists, Mark Silvestri, Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, Eric Larson, there's 2 more, I can't remember. And they formed a new comic book print of comics featuring the likes of like Spawn, Gen 13, Savage Dragon, Max. What is the name of that imprint for this Play Booster pack? So what is the name of the company? What did they name their comic book company? Again, think of like DC Comics, Marvel Comics, mid-90s. These 7 creators, which were former Marvel creators, all went and formed their own line of comic books. What was that line of comic books called for a Play Booster pack? I'd love to see it in person.